Hey, you. Hope you didn't miss me too much. You see, I missed you. No, I know. I've been missing for months. You're probably wondering where I went. That's just fine. I'm glad you worried about me, but don't worry about it too much. I promise I'm not any different, really. Looks strange? What do you mean by that? I'm still me, Kirishima Eijirou. Though I guess I see the world in a different light now. It's just a bit more gray than it used to be. All the people I thought I admired, I think I just wanted to be them for a while. I might have got carried away. So I thought I'd take you on a sweet date today. So, you wanna go? I promise it's gonna be amazing. Now, why don't we go? I've got just the place in mind. Right this way and... Surprise! It's your favorite place. No, don't worry about telling anyone else. I want it to be just me and you. Well, I know it's like that, but... we gotta make up for lost time, right? Oh, nothing. I just thought it was interesting, your take on things. You always did trust me, didn't you? It's glad to see you again. I mean, I'm glad to see you again. Where I was? That's pretty simple, really. You know, I've been around. I learned things from a few people. That got a little different and... well, it's nothing worth saying too much. Do you like it? We're enjoying a dinner together. Your favorite place. Would you like your favorite drink? I think it was that fruity thing? I can't tell. Pardon me, it's been a little bit, but I definitely want today to be awesome. Things been well with you? I sure hope they have. I can't imagine if they weren't. It'd be way too sad, you know? Well, in any case, make sure you eat up. Gotta come back with style, right? You look awfully healthy, too. What, is it weird to say that? Me? No, it's nothing. I'm not doing anything different, really. I learned cool ways to be even cooler. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to try new things, right? Oh, I've got just the thing for you. I think you're gonna love it. Oh, you'll learn soon. I'll tell you all about it once we're done. No need to rush, it's just a date, right? I love it. You're always like that. Such a big heart. Always trusting. Always caring. I just love that about you. In fact, way back when we met, I couldn't have imagined a day without it. Heck, I still can't. You're what gave me the strength to come back. I really couldn't have done it without you, you know. If you hadn't been there, I probably would have never gotten this strong. Yeah, would you believe it? I'm actually so much stronger than last. Hey now, don't be too impatient. I know these muscles are chiseled from rocks, but that doesn't make me... Oh, alright. Totally fine by me. That's sweet of you. Hey. Why the long face? Hey, stop with the waterworks. You're BeautyCruel. You got me back too. So don't worry about the details, okay? It's all gonna be fine. I can promise that. Well, almost promise it. After all, you never know, something might happen. I can't always be there, but I can try. Hey, you look a little woozy. You okay? Everything sitting right with you? No, it's okay. Go ahead and eat up. It always tastes better when you're with someone you care about, right? I think it was you who taught me that one. Yeah. No, it's okay. Maybe you're just so happy to see me that you feel a little dizzy. Don't get me wrong. I feel a little woozy myself. Maybe it's the temperature. Want to get it to go? Right this way. Hey, keep the change. Let's get going. You're way too BeautyCruel to stay in one place and... This way. Oh, I promise it's gonna be just fine. Remember, I'm not a man who breaks his promises. I wouldn't be very BeautyCruel. You got a cute look on your face. Kind of like one of those little baby foxes. I like it. But there's one more expression I want to see. No, not that one. No, not even that one. I kind of want to see... Well, the expression that I made last month. On your face. Whoa. Getting a little wobbly there? No, of course not. I just gave you a little medicine so you wouldn't hurt yourself. After all, you seem so wobbly, so it makes sense, right? Now, just relax, right? I'll take you to a nice, safe place. And I can teach you a bunch of things you'll never forget. Don't worry. I'll take care of everything. That's a promise. Rise and shine. Hey, I said rise and shine. What's the matter? Don't tell me you got a headache. Did I give you too much of the drug? I sure hope not. No, I wouldn't want to hurt you. That wasn't the goal in any of this at all. I'm here to help you. After all, I learned so much in my time away. It's kind of crazy how much you can learn about yourself, about the world, about what you're doing wrong, right, and otherwise. No, I didn't lose my mind. Not by a long shot. I'd say I opened my eyes. The world's a good place, if you make it. You just have to make it your own, right? Make it into something awesome. Something BeautyCruel. Oh, can't wait. Oh, sorry. I get a little excited when talking about the future because it's all I could think about. In fact, it makes me think maybe you'd like to talk about it too. What do you see it as? Interesting. No. Not like that. You gotta really imagine it. Put it into perspective. Imagine a million different things. The more you imagine, the better it is, right? No, I didn't deceive you. Nothing of the sort. I'm just trying to help you, and I knew you wouldn't understand if I just told you. That's part of the beauty of it. You gotta trust me. Because you're completely at my mercy. And by the way, don't try and move too much, or else the chains will get you nice and raw. Trust me, it happened to me the first time. Thought I could harden right out of it, but it doesn't work. Turns out they nullify your quirk. Fancy little things. Good for teaching though, right? Don't worry. I'll be your teacher for now. I'll teach you all the things I learned in an express course. You'll start understanding why it's so different. Why it took you here? That's a silly one. Why, of course I gotta take care of you. I mean, we wouldn't want you thinking that everything's so simple. You wouldn't understand it. Not unless you go through it. You see, I used to think that life was just about making things happen. No. It's about making sure we're adequate. We can't just leave things be like, half-hearted. I'm just here to make all those... Hey, don't look so sad. There's nothing to be sad about. I'm just taking care of you. Besides, you look mighty BeautyCruel in my watch. After all, you're my captive audience. I get to teach you so many cool things, you won't even know what hit you. Now, before we get too crazy, let's go ahead and make this really happen. No. Nothing like that. Again, I'm just here to make sure you understand. I'm so much better than I used to be. You still arguing that? Don't worry, I was just the same way as you. That's just how it is sometimes. We convince ourselves it's not like that. That we're right and the bad guys are wrong. My tutor, so to speak, was the one who taught me everything. I used to hate him and think he was a villain, but it's so wrong. Villains, heroes, we're all just pawns on the table of life. He taught me to be a better one than anyone. He taught me to be stronger and cooler and awesome. And I think I can teach you too. Well, I gotta ask, because I dreamt of asking you this for a long time. Am I still BeautyCruel? What's the matter? You look scared. Don't tell me. You're a little intimidated. No, of course not. You were so happy to see me yesterday. Oh yeah, you've been out for 15 hours. Looks like I did put a little too much. Is that really a problem? You look like you were peacefully trusting me. Oh, of course, it's not a betrayal. You were right to trust me. Of course you can trust me. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. It's all for your own good, I don't want anything else. Just for you to understand what you can become with a little practice, a little training. I'll take care of the hard stuff. You just have to sit tight, okay? No, the bindings are just there to help you, so you don't end up hurting yourself flailing or trying to escape or something. What? I can't just let you get away. Where's the fun in that? If you did something like that, then, well, I couldn't teach you anything. You'd just be out of control. And that doesn't sound very good for either parties. You'd just end up going back to that mediocre life, and I could try and pretend I'd agree with it, but then I'd be a liar. There's no sense in that. I like being honest. Making things right. Besides, I gotta teach you so much. You still gotta learn. Now then, where were we? Scary? I'm just like I always was. Not much changed. You're still BeautyCruel as ever. So, I just gotta knock some sense into you. Not literally. Why would I resort to violence? No. I like to do things more classy. I've spent all my life being kind of silly. I figure it's high time I do something right. You know? Making you into my own little toy? Crazy isn't what I am. Not by a long shot. I'm mostly the same person you knew. It's not like I changed that much. After all, it's only been, what, 3 months? No. I'm still good old Kiri. Main difference is... I learned a few things on the way. You see, we as humans, we like things that abide by what we've been taught since we're little. You know, like you shouldn't step on an ant if you can avoid it. Well, we make a special exception for them. In fact, a kid who kills ants for a living isn't much compared to one that kills a cat. But that's just it. We're animals. Don't you see? All I removed was that limiter, and I found a new love in my hobby. No, I don't dislike you. I could never. I don't feel any negative feelings towards you. I just want to show you what I mean. Now, I may have discovered something that's not the best hobby by societal terms, but I really like breaking things, whether it be mentally, physically. Oh, the sweet release whenever they fall, whenever you can see that smile fade. Of course, I like making people smile too. That's why I think I'm the best of both worlds. I don't just like to tear them down, I like to build them up too. That's why we went on our date. Don't mind that I put all that stuff in your drink. Hey, you still drank it, and you trust me, right? Of course you can trust me. All I'm gonna do is teach you the same thing. Hurting, being hurt, it's all just life. We're animals, learning things every day. And that's why I want you to learn how to love me all over again. If I was Baby Shark, well, then now I might be Jaws. You know, I don't believe it, right? The concept of nice guys finishing last, that's actually what saved me. For a long time I spent believing that you'd find me. That you'd find something that would bring us all together, you know? And, well, rescue me. I know it's embarrassing. I wanted you to rescue me. But when you didn't show up by a certain point, heck, how would you know? There wasn't much you could go off of. And besides that, I'm not the best one for... Well, I wasn't prepared for what I was getting into. And so I got myself in trouble. That caused a bit of a problem, and well, let's just say I don't regret it. After all, it led me to all these cool things and learning that those who step on ants, or small animals, or people, they're all just like us. I was the same, really. I just didn't know it. Because of how we are, we have these instincts and these desires. I was just shown that they're there for me. I'm not some kind of monster. But I'd be a liar if I told you I didn't like some things that I didn't used to. Hero, villain, it's all just subjective. What's the matter? You look awfully scared through all this. Can't you tell I'm still same old Kiri? I really do love you, so don't pull away from my kiss this time. You still did it, silly. You must be making a mistake. Let me help you. No, of course not. I'd never do something like that. That was just for your own good. All of this is. That's why I took... Sure, I could have just left you be. I could have just left you there and living your own life. Where's the fun in that? If I didn't come here, you'd never learn things and I could never teach you it. It would just be kinda empty, wouldn't it? Somehow I love that fear on your face. Ugh, I just really love to watch people lose themselves. Seeing that expression, it makes me want to break you. Mentally, physically, you name it. Don't feel too attacked because I like to build people up too. That's why I think I'm perfect for it. I don't just like breaking people down. Not some kind of sadist. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong. But I also like to see you do well and get smiles. Happy things. I'm still good old Kiri. Don't you think? Now, why don't we get to the first part of everything? What shall we do today? What do you think? Death game? Cuddles? Or maybe pizza? Or maybe we could play darts with your body parts on the line. I don't know. It all sounds so interesting. That wouldn't teach you anything now, would it? Now, how did I learn? By practice, of course. They locked me in a room with one goal in mind. To break me down. You know, there used to be others like me. But there could only be one graduate. So I had to take them down. You understand, don't you? It's just like crime fighting, except I was doing survival of the fittest. Just a bit more severe, but just as good a teacher. Those poor bastards couldn't take me. I was a pro hero for some time and they were just innocent civilians. But it was through doing what had to be done to survive that I learned they were right. I like hurting people. I like seeing them break in front of me. That's why I thought I'd break you and build you up again. That way we could be together forever. Not just friends or lovers. We could be a lot more than that. I'll build you up from the very bottom to the top. And that way, there's nothing that could stop you. You'll be all mine, won't you? You don't have a choice, of course. I'll break you down as many times as I have to and build you up. It's quite simple, really. Now you're going to have to do something for me. Why don't we have a nice cuddle before we begin? I wouldn't want you to think I don't love you. I'm actually crazy about you, you know? Now come on. What's the matter? Like I said, I didn't change that much. I'm still me. You hear? I'm still me. Come on. You're BeautyCruel as ever, and I thought it might be nice for some moral support before we get anything too nitty-gritty. Well, I guess it depends on what's proper for this stuff. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, it's just that I need to make you understand. Oh, you trying to tell me that you were like that all along? I guess you'll have an easy time then with the breaking down and building up thing. But I still need to find a way to do that. It's nothing personal. I like cuddling with you while you can't move. Isn't it wonderful? Being this... this inadequate. You're quite something right now. I love you. It's such a twisted, messed up love, but I love you. And that's just why you're here. I couldn't get you out of my head or heart ever. And so I thought I'd take you on a sort of date today. Show you what's gonna be our future. No. I wouldn't make you a villain because I'm not one. Instead, I'd consider myself far more of a interesting blend of both. I don't think what I've done is villainous, even if I've taken lives. It's just the natural order. I was meant to live and they were meant to not, right? You know, you once said to me, you'd do anything for me. Does that still remain true? If it does, then things will be so much different. Maybe I'll make you into my pawn, or maybe you'll be just as messed up as me. We'll be able to break people down and build them up and make them smile even more. Once they could barely walk, those pathetic, beautiful people, then they'll be able to experience joy in new ways. They'll understand the more people they make, the more moments they make. It'll spread the word of what's true, this natural order of things. It makes me giddy with excitement. Now it's just a question of what you want to be a part of, my dear. BeautyCruel. I'm not sure if that suits me anymore. But it's perfect. Perfect for you right now. I'll let you keep it for today. But not until you give me some cuddles, Cuddle Bear. You know you always like these cuddles. Do you still love me? Even though I did all this? You'll always love me, eh? Well, I'll make sure not to take advantage of that too much. But don't blame me if you come to regret it or resent me. I'll just be savoring in that feeling. Of course I love you. I wouldn't have lifted a finger if I didn't. Well, if we love each other very much, there's only a few options. You accept what's coming to you, you don't accept and you betray me, or maybe some combination of both. What do you think I am? You've always got an interesting view on things. Not that I'm complaining, you know. It's more like to say I don't always understand everything. Not from other perspectives, especially not once I learn the truth of things. Now it just seems like, well, you're just kind of my other half, but also a little chaotic yourself. I wonder, which one of us is more messed up? The one that allows themselves to be my captive? You know, a captive of somebody who lost their sense of morals? A villain, by today's standards? Or maybe they run. You run and run and run and try and resist, resenting me. Oh, I wonder which one of us is worse. The obvious liar. Or the one too presumptuous to get caught in the other things. I don't know. You don't strike me as presumptuous, really. But I wonder, what's it gonna take to get you to stay? Well, of course it's still me, silly. Just because I changed my morals doesn't make me a horrible person. Unless you ask society. And I guess I can't call myself a top hero anymore. Nah, I won't miss that. It was never as fun saving people just so they could live their lives in blindness. But now I get to enjoy things a lot better. Enjoy them at their basic value. Good and evil is just the spice of it all. Now, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna choose this perfect neutrality that is your love of your life? Right in front of you, Kirishima Eijirou. See, I still got a bit of humor in me. It's proof that I'm not all gone. Well, if you still love me, you must be loving me. Being this close with the cuddle. You're such a sweetheart, you know? It makes me just want to rip out your... Oh, sorry. That was the wrong train of thought, but also valid. No, I was just thinking about, you know, all those ways I could make you break. Ripping off things that shouldn't be ripped off, or, you know, the usual kind of stuff. No, of course not. I'm very confident in myself. Confident enough to do a bunch of different things, but I want today to be a bit special. I did kidnap you after all, and that was the source of all these problems. I'm sure you missed the heck out of me. I might as well give you that fanciful man you used to know, and still do mostly. Really, there's not much that changed, just I'm a bit stronger than I used to be. Less moral and more practical. Because I like it. If I see something that I want to destroy, that I want to slowly take down, then that's what I need to do. Oh, did it startle you now? Well, I wasn't the one being disrespectful, it was you. I do love you, honey. But you could be so naive. You actually think you have a chance at changing me back. How silly of you. Even if you could, the world would be a better place. Sure. But it'd also be something a whole lot more boring. So what are we gonna do without that time? Time spent here. You as my captive and me taking good care of you. Just like old times because we're captives of the heart. Now we just gotta make it even better. We'll have to go and collect all kinds of memories. Good ones, bad ones. Oh, you name it. It's all so wonderful that you fell for it. You're so naive, you know. Everyone thinks that they know the person until they reach their head. Till they reach everything. And that's the beauty of it. That's what everything unlocked, and that's why I'm here. To give you cuddles. Maybe someday take them away cruelly. But I'm not going to waste a single moment. Because you're already half mine. You already go on my beck and call, and there's no escape. Now I just need to know what to do with you. Ah, it's so silly, because I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Here I am listening for something, and all I get is a bunch of nonsense. Empty feelings that are not so cool. Not so BeautyCruel if you ask me. Saving people is all fine and dandy, and if you get your kicks that way, that's fine. I think that's the main difference. I got addicted to feeling. I didn't really feel anything saving those people. Changing between a lot of different things. One thing I never forgot is your love. Through everything, it's ironic. How love gets you through it. Those fond memories, the imagination, everything. And yet here we are. The poor victim ends up the villain, and he just comes together with that poetic justice in the best way. It makes me think of how lucky I am to be able to toy around, string you up like a puppy dog, and take you for walks. In fact, why don't we do one right now? No, don't fear. You'll have your cozy straitjacket and change. That'll make you quite easy to control. And with little things like that, we'll be able to move all over the place without someone even noticing that you're in trouble. Of course, if you decided to try anything, well, you know how that would go. You're not gonna escape. You're in over your head. That's just it. I'm here to protect you just as much as ever. You're totally the most BeautyCruel person in my life, and as much as I want to do some kind of bad things, it doesn't change the fact that you're so good. You're perfect for the role that you've been chosen for. Congratulations on being casted. You never had a choice, but that's the beauty of it. What is choice when you have so many cool things? Yeah, sure. Old me wouldn't have thought that. But old me was also kind of stupid. Endearing, but not the smartest. I was a bit of a wishful thinker. That doesn't help anything in life, it just makes you look like a buffoon. Sure, I might have been happy. What's happiness compared to results, right? No, actually, I guess they're equal terms. I'll say that. But what's it gonna mean when you finally do break? You've been barking up the wrong tree all day long. But fortunately, you have me to save the day. I'll be your hero. And I'll also leave a bit of marks, if you know what I mean. Just because I gotta make sure nobody else tries to claim you. You're my toy. And I intend to play with you every single day. Just don't get too sad if I break you. No, of course not. You wouldn't have that happen, would you? It'd be too satisfying if it did. Oh, breaking is just the first part. You gotta break something before you can build it up. See? Everything's gonna be just fine. I'm still me. Still me to the core. I got you this as a sort of present for if you cooperated. Do you like it? I thought I'd give you just one lifeline. And that's exactly why I love it. The desperation in your voice is so adorable. Just like that look of mixture of love and hate and all those things in between. I get to see you with all those expressions I never did before, and it's the best thing ever. Oh, is it ever? I could get addicted to this. Oh, don't disappoint. You can scowl at me whenever you want. It'll just make everything come into place like a puzzle. For the first time, I feel complete. I'm no longer just the goody two-shoes I was. Now I'm BeautyCruel. If you call me BeautyCruel, I'll show you what that means. Just don't push your luck now, honey. Not that I think you would. You trust me, don't you? Of course you do. Everyone trusts me, right? Now, why don't we see what we can do to start you off?